Sparkling entertainment, even with the little person issues.
Oh God, it's so good.
That balance of giving the audience the story they know so well but with just the right amount of newness and unpredictability is the true magic of Webb's Snow White.
So good.
Efficiently directed by Mark Webb, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, with an excellent production design by Cave Quinn, Snow White is everything you need it to be and nothing more.
So good and tasty.
As it turns out, this is one of the better live-action adaptations of a Disney animated feature.
True, the CGI dwarves, not dwarfs, thank you, are a pox upon the eyeballs, but other than that, it's pretty good.
When you make a mistake, you just rub it in.
It's convenient to grumble about updates that mess with the classics, but there's nothing in the new Snow White that dishonors the earlier Disney version. If anything, it reminds us why we loved it.
Oh.
Snow White chooses to be fearless. A studio can too, even if this one so rarely does.
So controversial yet so brave.
Snow White is the fairest of them all, in the sense that fair can mean mediocre.
I love that description, it's perfect.
No magic mirror is needed to identify it as the lamest mouse house redo of them all.
We know it is bad.
That, in chasing something vaguely progressive and new-inspired with Snow White, Disney has turned out a film with some hilariously timely choices is a great joke, though I wouldn't call it an intentional one.
You know, I really don't remember you being this opinionated.
Snow White is supposed to be a story about how inner beauty is more important than outer beauty, but honestly, this movie has neither.
It's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful.
This movie is bad in all sorts of ways, none of which has to do with the fact that Disney cast a Latina actor as Snow White. In fact, that actor, Rachel Zegler, is the film's saving grace.
Spare me your white savior complex. I don't need anything from someone like you.
It's just another sign that this generation of bottom-line obsessed execs at the House of Mouse has lost the thread. Nobody there seems to whistle while you work, and the evidence is turning up on screen.
There's nothing wrong with Disney's live-action remake of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs that couldn't be fixed by making it 26 minutes shorter, 88 years ago and in hand-drawn animation.
That's better.
Every modification fails to improve the tale, and the whimsy and wonder of fairy tales are missing. It does not honor the original but shuns it instead.
I just mean that it's no longer 1937.
This fudged, pseudo-progressive approach is so tiring you'll want to put your head in your hands.
Holy crap!
Believe the anti-hype. It's that bad.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no! Oh my God!
Bad movie. Not worth the watch. No magic, no effort, and no charisma. A soulless cash grab by Disney.
Why you bore me? I'm right!
This movie could have been saved if, welp, never mind. Worst Disney movie ever.
Didn't realize Lord Farquaad from Shrek was in Snow White, and that she is also South American. A load of woke garbage.
I've never seen such a radiant beauty before.
Garbage movie. Garbage casting. Garbage everything. There's your review.
That's no good.
Putrid woke movie. Get out.
First you say no, then you get out of there.
Keep putting this terrorist feminist propaganda into movies so I can keep not watching them. Deserved LOLGGs go next.
Oh, look! Another relic of toxic masculinity.
This feminist communist propaganda ruined a beloved human love story and turned it to slop. Diversity washing European culture is just as bad as whitewashing non-wife stories.
First of all, insane.
Awful film with hideous CGI, awful special effects, and of course an awful lead star. Definitely not recommended.
The fan reaction was insane.
Horrible. Worst movie I've ever seen maybe. Don't waste your time. Rachel isn't even a good actress.
That at every premiere, and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
Zegler, ironically, is the best part of the film. She can sing and sing well. But the movie is utter rubbish. It feels like watching 3 different movies that were hackneyed together into one bad trip.
Hilariously, I do not know what they watched. I did not see it.
Poop 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 poop.
So it sounded like they really liked it.
How could a movie be so bad? It's actually insane. This takes everything good about the 1937 one and throws it out of the window into the dumpster in that sketchy back alley your mom warned you about.
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
The fact that this exists is bad enough. Somewhere, somehow, people thought it would be a good idea. This is as soulless and pathetic as it gets.
But the people are retarded.
Absolutely garbage. Not worth your time. Waste of money. Sorry kids, but it's bad. Don't watch if you want to be traumatized.
Don't be afraid.
What a beautiful disaster. Feminist Snow White on the warpath. Incredibly weak.
I'm launching my campaign. I am.
Snow White was great. The singing, dancing, dwarfs, the animals and the story was phenomenal. The perfect Disney Snow White fairy tale.
It's like the most incredible thing in the world.
Unwatchable, not even worth your time and an insult to the original product.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again.
Worst live-action remake yet. They should just stop making these. Start making new Disney princess stories. But I think the talent at Disney is long gone.
It's so upsetting.
Horrible all around. We left early. Terrible singing. The biggest disappointment in a movie I have ever watched. I could not believe this was a Disney production. I have gone to school plays that had better performances.
Trashy slop spat out of Hollywood, and for once the forced and deliberate diversification isn't even the worst part of it. Not worth watching at all.
And very evidently so.
Possibly the worst movie in the last 100 years. Disney, you used to be one of the best entertainment companies ever. Now you have an agenda and it's the saddest thing to see.
I got really emotional hearing everybody's reactions to it.
Every change from the original source material takes this movie in the wrong direction. Nothing about it is inspired or creative. It is hackneyed and exactly what you would expect from Disney in 2025.
I was thinking the same thing.
The old version is the classic for a reason. The lead, Snow White, ruined it.
The movie is the worst ever. If not for the sexy Gal Gadot I would not have even seen it. She has a body to die for, especially as the evil queen. I would eat the apple for any time.
Give your meat a good old rub. That's it. Nice and hot. Hot and spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
This is not Snow White. A live-action remake of the original movie would have been this generation's classic Disney movie.
Theater was totally empty but the popcorn was good. This movie was weird. Weird. Weird.
Weird. Weird.
Rachel can sing, so 1 star. Songwriting was awful along with the rest of the movie. Dwarves were horrific. Story was a communist manifesto. Who writes this BS?
We have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because, like, we cast a guy in the movie.
The only good thing in this movie is Gal Gadot.
Yeah, boy.
Disney needs to move away from casting Zegler. While she's got decent acting chops and a terrific voice, she also brings bad vibes and controversy.
I'm a narcissist.
Brutal and painful. Whoever that lead woman is, she's insufferable. I walked out. I only watched the first half but it was nauseating to sit through. The entire time I kept thinking this can't keep up, can it? And it did. It really did. 0-10 do not recommend.
This movie is absolute garbage and everyone involved should be put into gizmo.
DEI slop. Rachel Zegler does not belong in movies ever again. Blacklist her from Hollywood.
All-round crap show. Rachel and Gal are the worst actors of all time. Pathetic.
A train wreck, an absolute disappointment and a shock to everyone who liked Disney.
This movie was a disaster. I'm sure Walt rolled over in his grave once again.
This is the greatest piece of shit ever created. Please Disney, no more filming.
terrible actors, terrible CGI, terrible plot, terrible movie.
Disaster.
Goodbye.